What's up, guys? My name is Zenduin, and today we are playing a little game called the Stanley Parable. Yes, that is what we are playing now. Yeah, in the place of our indie game. And I just noticed something. It's just if you look at that monitor over there, that's like what we're doing. You can sort of see my mouse there. And it's sort of like a monitor, side of monitor, monitorception. Yeah. Anyway, let's play. The end is never the end, is never the end, is loading net. Wise words right there. 10 out of 10.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, really?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
I like
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
That must be
This
the
is
best
what
job
employee
ever.
427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
What a
Though he had
badass.
been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And
Okay,
then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one
That's
had
weird.
showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got
Okay.
up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, well, this kind of reminds me of a Portal. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Are we gonna have
decided
this
to go to the
narrator
meeting room.
playing stuff
Perhaps
to us
he'd
all
simply
the
missed a
time?
memo.
Okay. Have I missed a memo? Okay, just keep rolling. I have no idea what I'm meant to be doing.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, this narrator seems to be thinking he can tell me what to do, but no, he can't tell me what to do. I'm Zenduin, so shut up.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps
yes,
he
I
wanted
did.
to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh my gosh, this
Yes,
employee
truly a room worth
lounge.
admiring. It had really been worth
It's
the detour
incredible.
after all, just to spend
These
a few
tea
moments
mugs.
here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed
I
room.
want a cold drink.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Oh my. Look at the paintings.
Yes, really, really worth it being here. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I wonder if I can, like... I don't know, I'm not sure if I should, like, disobey everything he says. Screw it,
And
I'll just
so he
obey him.
detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay then. Right.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Tips for not getting
Feeling a
fired.
wave of
Talk less,
disbelief,
do
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
all
office,
time, every day, with
hoping
no
he might
exception.
find an answer there.
I just saw it. It's brought up inside you, talk out passively. Thank co-workers for not supporting you anymore. Yep, that's exactly what I do. Totally. Broom cupboard, closet. Ooh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Or is there?
There was nothing here, No choice to make, no path to follow, just an
Fine.
empty broom closet.
Fine.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Right, let's talk to this guy. Oh, he has a lovely office. I want it. I can't flirt with the secretary anymore. God's sake.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
I like
Stanley
the
wondered in
painting.
disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But
Wow,
of course,
that's
Stanley
secrecy.
couldn't possibly have known this.
Not at all. 5. So what?
Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely.
2845,
No.
right.
No,
I
this
wasn't
is what
listening
it is.
properly.
Incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by
Yeah.
sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly
Ooh.
opened passageway.
Wow, this boss is a badass. It's like a boss. Oh, that song though. Okay. Alright, there's a thing. I want to go down it. Okay, lifts. Lovely. Loading. Loading. Playing the Stanley Parable because I have nothing else to do. And it's looked
Descending
like
deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
alright. Oh. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh gosh, mind control. Yeah, I want to control. Yeah, let's check this place out. Oh, let's take a look at this.
The lights rose on an enormous...
Oh my gosh, it's Cerebro!
What horrible secret did this place hold?
It's freaking Cerebro! We're in the X Mansion!
To find out.
My boss is Charles Xavier. Hell yeah. Okay.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Ooh,
Their
wow.
true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And
What's that one over there?
one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay, so what am I like? Oh, I see. So he was getting his mind controlled, right? I've always wanted to run a business where I can control people's minds. Be lovely. Okay,
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this
Maybe.
the only reason
Someone
he
got
was happy
fired.
with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
maybe.
No. He refused to believe it. He
No.
couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
No.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Maybe.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
This
Happy
game's
or
really
sad
escalated quickly.
or
It's only like been
content.
like 10 minutes.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the
Right.
cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over
I shall
another
stop
human life,
Cerebro.
for he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yeah. Awaiting input. You can't jump. Okay, that's nice to know. Alright, suppose I should turn it off. Or should I? Now I'm going to turn it off. Right. Yeah. Okay, well, that's, okay, what's going on?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was
Alright.
it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself
Okay.
from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Yeah, come on, freedom!
And yet,
Lower the
even
door.
as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not
Yeah, I mean, I have heard that this game does have loads of different
Perhaps his
endings.
goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Let
No
it
longer
go!
would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And
Wow.
that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Okay.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
Wow, that's that was weird. I hope this isn't the end, because this would be the quickest game I've ever played so far in this.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
Oh yeah.
The feeling of liberation. The immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. Achievement get beat the game. Wow. Okay. Okay. Right. Alright then. Well, that was wonderful. That was wonderful, guys. And a bit short. I mean, we might play this a bit more in the future just to see what else could happen at the end. But I've definitely enjoyed this. And if you've enjoyed it too, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!